Welcome again to Fruitful Investment Strategies. Please make sure that you actually share this live, share the live. You know, we have a very interesting subject today, so make sure that you share the live. We're waiting for people to share the live before we can start. So please click in and make sure that you share the live. I want you to share the live first before we can actually start and take on. Share the live, guys. Share the live, like the video, share the live before we start on. So as you can see, we're going to talk about how actually the mortgage rate is going to impact, the people of California. And, those things are really important to know, and how actually rich people and other people can benefit from it. And they're going to take advantage of the situation because the situation is such as people are going to take the advantage of the situation in California. They have had a fire which has burnt all the houses, and everything has been really taken down, and people have no residence. So the thing is, you can see that the rental prices has gone really up. The rental prices have gone up, and there is a rental competition. You have stories of people looking for houses in California, and then they can find them because they are very expensive. Please make sure that you like and you share. Like and you share. Subscribe as well. Like and you share and you subscribe. So we can see that every catastrophic, situation that happens, it really has benefits for others, and it has disadvantage for others. And that's the situation actually we are facing right now in California, where you have actually people who are actually facing a lot of difficulties because of the fire, and the mortgage has really gone up in terms of rental prices have gone up because everybody that has a rent, and there is a fierce competition between those who want to have that rental, those rental apartment. And that is just true. When there is a high demand, the prices also go high. So please make sure that you like and you share, and let's keep chatting down here. So we have a lot to talk about. Let's keep chatting down here. So there is that's what is happening actually in California. There is a high demand, and not only high demand, but also because there is a high demand and there is low houses to provide for these people, then what happens is that the prices also go high. And that is what's happening right now in California, whereby you have people who are paying a lot of money just to rent a house. So that is actually going to infect a lot of people. And most of the people who actually lost their houses, they're still paying for the mortgage. And that's the sad part of it. You still have to pay for your mortgage, either your house is burnt or not, either your house has been insured or not. You still have to pay. And most of the people did not have insurance. And that is the worst part of it, because insurance is supposed to help you in terms of these catastrophes. And can you imagine, a month before actually the fire broke out, the insurance companies just annulled all those kind of insurance that they had. So they're imposing on people to cut trees which were close to their houses or to their garage in order to avoid the fire. And not only that, they were actually making rules and regulation which actually was kind of very difficult to achieve. So, all that has been really, in terms, sometimes maybe premeditated by people. Premeditated, I can't say that, but I think a lot of people are really suffering, have suffered a lot because of these things. And it's really unfortunate that the insurance companies and all these companies should be benefiting from it. From people have to pay for the mortgage, people have to pay for the ground, which is actually not benefitable to them, because they're bound to a contract, they're bound to the banks, and the banks have to actually receive their money. And to me, it's really sad that this should be that way. I think insurance companies should be there to actually insure the people, no matter what the circumstances are. They should be there to provide the security that the people needs, and they should be there to accept actually a regulation that actually has been set there. and the state or the government should impose these insurance companies to actually take risks of, insuring people, because people pay a lot of money in California in terms of insurance. Insurance is very expensive, and once you find it, I mean, people should be actually able to get the service that they need to, and that's what they're not getting. That's what they haven't been able to get. I was looking at some videos, actually, of course, and there I could see a woman who was actually complaining that they have been calling even the insurance company so that she can the people there can actually do what pay back for the house, and the insurance company has not even been able to pick up the phone, and that is really a bad thing. So it's really a sad thing that things should be that way. It's really something which really it's a disappointment that things should be that way. It should not have been that way. California is a great nation. I can say Los Angeles is a great city, but things should be improved. Either it's a city for everybody, either it's a city just for the rich, because even the rich people have actually the means to rebuild, maybe to bring back their homes, but still more. People lose a lot of memories that they have, they lose a lot of things that they had, and suddenly you have to go without these things. So that is what is actually happening, and people have just lost a lot of things, and they cannot actually have the insurance companies cover these things. So it is a sad moment for California. It is a sad moment for the people living there, because it has impacted not only just the people in California, but you have also people in the entire United States who are actually impacted by this situation. You have brothers, people who have brothers or in-laws or sisters or whatever, who are actually living in these cities, and they're not able to afford a house. They're not able to actually have a house where to live, and what do they have to do? The only thing which remains for them is actually to sell the ground, because you cannot actually keep that ground and keep paying for it. So the thing is, you have to sell it, and you have to sell it to these real estate developers who can kind of come and give you a price of that. And what can you do with it? The only thing you can do is actually to repay the loan, because the value of the house is then no more. So the house has been burned down, and everything has been burned down, so there is no more of interest in terms of that. So it's sad. It's a sad situation. It's really a sad situation that people are going through. So it really saddens me to see all that, and hopefully those who have insurances, they can actually get their money back, or they can get the building back. But the thing is, even if you get your house built back in California or in Los Angeles, the thing is, it's going to be very expensive to insure. It's going to be almost impossible to insure for you, because the insurance company are going to tax you very high. The thing is, and the United States is a country whereby you can choose to have insurance and or not have insurance. So if you do not have insurance, for example, then you have to make sure that actually you take care of everything on your own, which is which is a very dangerous thing. Which is a very dangerous thing, because anything can happen in that state at any time. You have water, you have landslide, you have fire. All this happens every year. So the thing is, who is going to take that risk? And you have places whereby the companies do not want to insure anyone. You have places where the company does not want to insure anyone, and that's the problem. So the thing is actually the state able to take part in terms of insuring these houses? Is the state going to take part in terms of reassuring these people that they're going to be okay, the houses are going to be rebuilt again, and the situation is going to be okay? That remains to be seen. That remains to be seen, because the thing is, we want actually these people to have, everybody to have the house back, and to have, at least the feet put down. So, and that is a challenge, and that's remains to see in this new administration, which is actually coming up, the administration of Donald Trump. And I heard in his speech that he's going to help people. He's going to try to help people in terms of, rebuilding the houses right there. And we'll see what he can do in terms of government policies that he's going to provide, and in terms of the help that he's going to provide to the people. So that's one thing to see, and that's one thing we are looking forward. So please make sure that you tap and you enter. So it's really make sure that you like and you share. Please make sure that you tap, you enter, you like and you share. So we are talking about um, so that remains to see how Trump really deals with this situation. It remains to see what he's going to do, in the terms of this situation, and we'll see. So it's really something that we're looking forward to see how the man is going to deal with it, and yeah. So our hope is that everything really goes well for all the people that actually are are have been affected. So have been affected. So that's very important. That's very important. So guys, please make sure that you tap, you like, and as you join our live, make sure that you tap, you like. Just make sure that you tap and you like. So that's the thing, situation is not as it should be. It should be in Los Angeles, but yeah, you have to deal with it. You have to live with it. It's a challenge, and people are living through challenges. So hopefully we can actually overcome this situation. I want you to type. Please make sure that you like. Make sure that you actually subscribe. Make sure that you share our live. Please make sure that you tap, you like, you subscribe, and you share live. Please make sure that you do that. Make sure that you do that. Please. And make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you subscribe. You know, we talk about economics, we talk about businesses, we talk about things that can help you in terms of, you know, development, in terms of self-economical development. And do not hesitate to subscribe, do not hesitate to like, do not hesitate to share. And do not hesitate to actually comment downstairs, because we want to see your comments. We want to see what you like to hear. We want to see your questions. We want to have a conversation with you. You know, it's not going to be a monopolized conversation. This is going to be a conversation which goes both ways, which will actually benefit each and every one of us. So I don't want to monopolize the conversation. I want it to be a two-way conversation, and I'm sure we're gonna have a good time together. I don't want to be talking all the time. I want you also to really talk. Um, that is something that will actually keep us going. Come on, guys. Knock, 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 knock. Into the live. We're trying to talk about, the mortgage system in California, and how the situation will be fixed and how it's going to be fixed. So I want to make sure that we have the adequate information, or the information that is needed to actually evade this situation. But the question is, so how are the people going to actually, how can the people, come out of that situation? How, if you have lost your house, how can you come out of the situation? Well, there is a government kind of tool that can help you in that. There is a government tool that can help you to go through that situation. And all you have to do is just to apply to the government program. And if you're eligible, of course, if you're eligible to that program, you're going to be elected, and then it will also take a time, or there's another thing. You can hire actually people who are known for evaluating the houses and the damages that has been done. So the thing is, you can actually rent these people, and they cost a lot of money, of course. So you have to rent these people to come in, and what they have to do is to actually evaluate your burnt property. They have to evaluate what you had as value in the house, and once they have evaluated it, then they can give a price. In terms of how much your property was worth, and how much was actually what was in the house, how much it was worth. So excuse me, guys. So they evaluate those things, and after evaluating them, then they can actually give the price to the bank, and the banks have to decide either they have to pay you back or not, or what's actually kind of level. So it's kind of a negotiator for you, a middleman for you, giving you the right values, and doing the right purpose, so that you can actually you can have at least some of the money back. But of course, it's not always a situation which is pleasant for many. It's really one of the most difficult situations that you have to live in. But the other thing you have to do is actually, if you had an insurance, then you have to actually contact your insurance company, and you tell them about the situation. You make sure that you document everything that was in the house, or if you had, of course, and that is the pictures or something like that, that you can actually give to them. And of course, you can actually, when you contact your insurance company, you give them all the evidences that you have, because most of them have also the pictures of the house, or the documentation of the house, and everything that was in there, and how it was, previously when they were there. So you give actually the insurance companies, and then they can actually analyze how much your house is, and if you're eligible to actually be paid, the money or the restoration for the house. So it's really a very difficult a very difficult situation, and according to some experts, that can take up to 2 years. So imagine 2 years without a house. Imagine 2 years without having somewhere to live, and then you have to actually wait. So the question is, you are paying mortgage for your house that has been destroyed. Not only you are paying mortgage for the house that has been destroyed, you are also paying for where you're going to live currently. So that is really where it's really pains, because you are paying for something that you are not using. You're paying for something that you are not, something that is not there anymore. Something that is not worth anymore. Yeah. So that's what happens, and the funny thing is that these insurance companies have not insured you. If they have not insured you, then you are really in a hot economical place. And it's very difficult. It's very difficult because we're talking about thousands of dollars that have to be repaid. We're talking about, in some places, and in some terms, it's millions of dollars that have to be repaid. And that in itself is not an easy case. It's a very difficult case, and it's need a lot a lot before you get out of it, unless you are very rich and you're a billionaire, and then you have to actually pay that money. If you are like Elon Musk or all these billionaires. But if you're a common human being like some of us, it takes a lot of time to actually repay all that money. So hopefully it really people get to actually um, to really go through this situation, because it's one of the hardest situation that ever happened in history. And you have people, a lot of people are going to be homeless because you have a lot of homeless. Why? Because they don't have anywhere to go, any place to live. They don't have anyone to take care of them. And you have cases whereby people will take suicide because they were in a high level of class of, they build their houses and they have really loved to live in them. And now they have nothing. They have absolutely nothing. So the thing is, when you have nothing, what you do, there's some others will just, they'll go suicidal. Some others will become crazy. You have all these effects, side effects that will come later. And these side effects are going to impact the economy of the state. And that is really going to take a long time before people can recover because it's the most traumatizing situation that people can go through. It's the most difficult trial that people can actually live through when you have lost your house, when you have lost everything that you had, and now you find yourself without anywhere to go, without anywhere to live. So that in itself is really hard. So my take on it is, if you have, any means to help these people, this is the time to do it. This is the time to actually go there, to visit them, to visit the sick, to give those people who have actually lost their homes, and try to help them with the little that you have. Because mind you, this situation in California would have happened to anybody. But the thing is, we have to be as humans and try to help one another in terms of this rate, because people are going through a difficult time and they need actually that support. And that support can be morally, that support can be economically, that support can be in any way that you feel like you can help. Please make sure that you chip in and you help, because it is always in giving that you receive more. So it's not about always receiving, but it's also about how much you give, because the more you give, the more you receive. So you should not always be on the receiving end, but you should also be on that end, which is of taking care of others and knowing their needs, knowing their situations, and providing when they need that help, because we are a human family, and that's what we are really called to do. We are called to actually support one another, and again to live for one another, as it's stated. So guys, make sure that you actually tap, you like, and you share. Make sure that you tap, you like, and you share. I want to see some tap, 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 and some like and share. So make sure that you tap, you like, and you share. So currently, that is the situation. Make sure that you tap, you like, and you share. Please make sure that you tap, you like, and you share. Hmm. So as I was saying, currently that is the situation actually people are going through. It's a depression. People are going through depression. People are going through actually, it's mental sickness because of these issues. When your house is burned down, you don't know where to start. You don't know how to start it. You don't know what to do. You don't have anyone to help you. The state is not out there to support you. Insurance companies, and so where do you go? What do you do? That's the question. What do you do? Because you have lost absolutely everything. And I've seen some people who just had, the only thing they had is a ring, a wedding ring. That was what was remaining for them. Wedding ring. Everything else was burned down. Everything else was taken down. And the only thing they had to remember is a wedding ring. And that really pains my heart, guys, to see those kind of issues or those kind of problems, within the community. So the thing is, what can you do? And what can you do? The only thing I think you can do is actually support these people. If you have the money, make sure that you give, you offer, you give them some of this money. If you have, I don't know, any whatever you have, just make sure that you actually are there to really support and to give and to offer, help as more as you can. There is nothing better than helping people. There is nothing better than supporting your fellow citizens or your fellow human beings. There is nothing above that. That's the greatest thing that you can do, is to help those that need help, is to support those that need support. So that is the greatest thing that I've come across, when I can stand and say, hey, indeed, I've tried to help people. I've tried, to do something for the cause of humanity. And, life is like that, Today you have, tomorrow who knows? Everything is lost. You know, life is a game, and this game we should play together. We should be one-sided and not two-sided. We should be a team. As long as we play as a team, we're going to win as a team. But as long as we play against each other, we are all going to lose, because once one is affected, the other one is also affected. You are not the only one who is affected in the team. Everybody is affected, you know, and the loss is not only to the person who's attacking others, but the loss is to everybody. So the thing to do is actually to help one another, support one another. You have people who are sick anywhere across the world that you feel like helping. Please try to do it, because that's where you gain the blessings. The blessings comes from giving. The blessing comes when you can offer to others, what you have. The blessing comes when you can open yourself, to others. That's where the blessings comes from. So it's really sad, but that's the truth of the matter. But the thing about the United States is that it's really filled a lot with catastrophic issues. It has a lot of these natural issues, natural problems. You either have the fire, you have the cyclones, you have what is this, water coming, I don't know, from Miami and all those places and invading the United States. You have the volcanoes which are in the United States. You have the cold weather which can be really rough. So America is kind of a land which has a lot of natural catastrophes which are just waiting actually to explode or to just destroy that nation, that beautiful nation. I was in America. I love that nation. It's one of the greatest nations on earth, and it's so beautiful. The people are beautiful, and you know it's really a beautiful country. I love America, to be honest. I think it's one of the greatest nations that I have ever been in. But the thing is, sometimes there are things that I don't like about the nation, but above all, really, if it was to choose, I would really love to live there than anywhere else. If security was on top, where you have people really murdering each other. If the healthcare system was on top, that would really been helpful. Um, but that nation is so amazing. You from the north to the south, from the east to the west, it's just so amazing. But this culture of just doing things the way you want, and of doing that, and that culture, it's just not correct. It's That's what discourages me from actually America. But when it comes to businesses, it's the best place you can do business on earth. I think the United States is the best place you can do business on earth. And if you agree with me, please make sure that you give me a thumb up. The thing is, you can be in Europe, but Europe is the hardest place you can do business. It's really hard here to do business. And for example, Norway is not an easy place to do business. It's really a hard place to do business. It's a very high, challenging place. And the rules and regulations here, it's like they have constructed a socialist system, and this socialist system cannot be broken up, because they have to divide the wealth among the people. Well, I'm not against that we have a common healthcare system, a common education system, a common whatever system we have. But the thing is, you should also allow businesses to prosper. You should also allow businesses to really freely multiply and to decrease the tax system. The tax is very high in this country, Norway. The tax is just on top. The thing is, when you put too much taxes on companies, the thing is, you end up having a lot of companies leaving. And that's what happens to many millionaires in Norway. They left, they went to Switzerland. Why Switzerland? Because it is one of the countries with the lowest taxes when it comes to rich individuals. And that's why you have individuals running from here and going to Switzerland. Why? Because there at least they can flourish, there at least their wealth can be actually used personally, and there is little or no tax. So I think uh, that's what people should do when you have a lot of wealth or something like that. I don't think socialist countries are somewhere you can live. I mean, you should maybe look for a place whereby actually you can actually pay little tax, because the less tax you pay, the better, because actually you can actually have that money which you are, instead of paying taxes, you can actually reinvest your money into your businesses, into your properties, and that's what you do. You keep reinvesting, and that's what I think that's what I do. You take that money, you recycle it. But the thing is, if you take that money and then you just start spreading it out, and then you kind of you become a loss. So guys, make sure that you like, and you share. Yeah, make sure that you like, you share, and do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to subscribe. So that's the thing, guys. That's the thing. And it's a blessing. It's a blessing, to actually. Please make sure that you like, you subscribe, you share. Make sure that you like, you subscribe, and you share. So yeah. So that's what we've been talking about California and the taxes and everything like that. It's a great place, but it has a lot of taxes in California. There is a lot of taxes in California, which will not really allow these people to pay or to live in California who have lost their houses. And the mortgage is going to be very high. It's going to be increased. So, which will you end up seeing a lot of people moving out and looking for solutions elsewhere, and you end up seeing people who actually looking somewhere else for other opportunities. But I know Silicon Valley is a very attractive place with a lot of businesses. But I can say America, everywhere you go, you just find jobs, because jobs are available almost everywhere. Now it becomes, what do you like to do as a person? Do you want actually to do technological stuff? Then you have to actually go to Silicon Valley. Or do you want to do something else? You can go to Texas. Texas is also a very lucrative place where you have oil production and stuff, and a lot of technological companies which are also going to Texas, or uh, to to Houston, or to Arizona. So you have New York as well, which is a very prosperous place. But I don't really like New York. But you have jobs everywhere in America, and these jobs actually are popping up. So please make sure that you like and you subscribe. You like, you subscribe. Please make sure that you like and you subscribe. Uh, so uh, um, so that's what is actually what America is. It's a very beautiful place with really a lot of historical places and historical things. So it's really a nice place to be. Please make sure that you like and you subscribe. Make sure that you like and subscribe. If you've not followed our video, we will post it. So you actually follow us, you know, um, um, you follow our video, then when we're about to cut this live and to conclude. So that's what I've been talking about, about how, America is, and how, prosperous that country is. So we see what Donald Trump does, and what he brings as actually the changes that he brings, because that is going to affect a lot of people. It's going to affect a lot of people everywhere and across the board. So we'll see. Please, guys, we thank you again for joining our live. And now I'm going to round up. So I thank you. I thank everybody that has been following us, and God bless you so much. And we're going to hold live, every day. Every day we're going to hold 30 minutes or so. We're going just to hold it for live, and so make sure that I will make sure that I inform people before very early, so that we can actually people can prepare themselves and they can come. So please make sure that you like and you share. So when we are not there, we will not post anything. So we'll let you know. And the thing is, yeah. So if you can, when you come, make sure that you have a conversation with us. We know what you need, and you share live, you like, and you subscribe. That's something that you should do, to actually encourage us. So God bless you, and see you on the next one.